Hello everyone. This presentation is the continuation part of user-defined methods topic. So here we are going to discuss about the parameter error checking using scanner in methods, perfect size arrays, oversized arrays and its methods, and the comparison between the perfect size and oversized arrays using reference in methods, returning arrays from methods, and the common errors we encounter, and the Java documentation for the methods, and a few examples. So parameter error checking. Commonly, a method expects parameter values to be within the some range, and a good practice is to check that a parameter's value is within an expected range. So if not in the range, the method might take one or more of various actions like outputting an error message, assigning a valid value, returning a value indicating failure, exiting the program, etc. And how we can use scanner in methods. So basically a program should only use one scanner per input stream. Internally, a scanner object may read more input than needed to make subsequent reads faster. So hence using multiple scanners for the same input stream may lead to unexpected results. So if a method needs to read user input, a good practice is to create a single scanner object in main method and pass that scanner object to the method. The program here creates a scanner object in the main method and passes the scanner to the get pizza calories methods. So what are perfect size arrays? So a perfect size array is an array where the number of elements is exactly equal to the memory allocated. For example, the maximum temperature for each day in the week could be stored in an array with 7 integer values. In the picture you can see, so exactly for the 7 allocations we have given the values. And perfect size arrays can be created by an array initializer, which sets both the array's length and initializes each element in the array to the given values. So here in the example of high temperatures, it creates an integer array with 7 elements initialized with the 7 integer values. Array initialization can only occur when the reference is declared. When we are supposed to use these perfect size arrays, so these are used when the size of the array is fixed by the context of the program. For example, having the names of the days of the week in a perfect sized array makes sense because the number of days in a week will not change. Because the names of the days of the week are also unlikely to change, the array should be constant. For example, if we declare initialize a variable days of week string array, like we are giving here the keyword final, which cannot be modified. So we are assigning the values, initializing the values Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So an array that contains the list of cities where a company has locations would not be perfect size because companies can both add and subtract locations over time. So that array does not come under the perfect size arrays. So a perfect sized array is passed to a method using only the array's reference. The number of array elements and the array's data are both accessed from the array reference. So what are oversized arrays and what are its methods? So an oversized array is an array where the number of elements used is less than or equal to the memory allocated. So since the number of elements used in an oversized array is usually less than the array's length, a separate integer variable is used to keep track of how many array elements are currently used. So oversized arrays are useful when the number of elements stored in the array is not known in advance, or when the number of elements stored in an array varies over time. Um, Size of an oversized array. Selecting the number of elements to be allocated for an oversized array can be difficult. So if the array is too small, the program will fail when the number of required elements exceeds the number of allocated elements. So making oversized arrays ridiculously large is wasteful, and on some systems can degrade the performance as well. So the balance between not large enough and ridiculously large can be hard to find. So variables for oversized arrays. Oversized arrays typically use 3 variables including the array reference, the current size, and a constant for the array capacity. So these 3 variables can be given similar identifiers to indicate that they belong together. So the array capacity is stored as a constant to clarify the meaning of the number. Example, if a program needs to store the answers to a true or false quiz, So we declare three variables for the array capacity, the array itself, and the current size. When oversized arrays are passed to a method, two parameters are needed for both the array reference and the current size. So methods updating oversized arrays, adding elements, removing elements. We have different types of methods. So I just, for an example, I have given only one method, add elements. So if the array size is changed by a method, then the new array size needs to be returned by the method. The add element method adds an element to an oversized array. We notice that add element first checks if an unused element is available in an array reference or not. If array reference is full, the method returns without taking any action. If unused elements are available in an array reference, so this add element method assigns the array element at the next available index with the new element and increases the current size. So the value of the parameter current size is returned from add element to provide the calling method with the array's new size.